Today, I'm going to be analyzing the ad libraries of brands like AG1, Foldy, Ridge, Norse Organics, and more. I'm going to be doing that to show you exactly how you can replicate what these 7, 8, and 9-figure brands have been doing in order to print money online with their meta ads. I'm going to show you exactly how they do it. I'm going to show you what tricks they're using. I'm going to tell you how they shoot it, what instructions they give to creators, as well as their graphic designers, as well as their AI softwares. So my name's Ollie, and I'm the founder of Loudline, where we've worked with over 200 brands over in the US and helped them scale with ads plus creatives. So I know exactly how these brands can convert, and I know exactly what you need to do to replicate it. And I'm going to be breaking that down step by step in this video today. So starting off with AG1, what we have here is a series of statics. Now, I think this is genius because since the Meta Andromeda update, you want to be targeting with creative. It's no longer a case of selecting your favorite audience and making lookalikes and all that stuff. You actually need to be targeting your customer with the right creatives. Meta's going to see which people are reacting to your statics, and that's how they're going to know who to show it to, and your videos as well, of course. What AG1 have done here is they've essentially increased the size of the target market, because instead of having just a male on their ad or just a female or just a certain profession, they've done many different avatars, and there's even examples I haven't put here. They've done this dozens of times in their ads library where they have hundreds of ads. If you look here, you've got a male runner, you've got a female runner, you've got a science teacher, and I know they've got a firefighter. They've got a few other professions in their ads library as well. It's going to take time for Meta to optimize, and Meta doesn't actually really read the ad as such, I don't think. But what happens is eventually teachers or people who respect the opinions of teachers are going to pause and be like, hey, what's this science teacher saying? Or female runners will see someone that looks like them and they'll be like, hey, I resonate with this person. Interesting. And eventually what's going to happen is these creators are going to be shown more and more specifically to the people that react to them. And those people are then going to be more likely to buy your product, because eventually you're going to have creatives that are hyper personalized and hyper targeted towards certain customers' professions or gender, but also towards their pain points. And so you want to start targeting via creative, targeting people based on their pain points and their appearance and their demographic. Next, you've got this video with Hugh Jackman in it.
I demand a lot of my body. I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, I'm an actor, and I want to make the most of every single day. I do want to do 8 shows a week on Broadway. I do want to travel, and I know.
So what they do here, I don't think this ad is very relatable, because no one's going to look at this and go, yeah, my schedule's as hectic as Hugh Jackman. I want to dance, I want to do this, I want to do all that stuff. But obviously, it's a lot of authority. He's a very well-known figure. I wouldn't call him an influencer. He's obviously a global superstar. And that's going to obviously draw eyes to the product. What I do like is how they've got an authoritative figure speaking, but they're not just relying on that. They've still made him do this dance in the middle here. They've got him moving around. They've got him really captivating all of the audience's senses. They've got music playing in the background as well. All these things are important because people's attention spans are so short nowadays. You want to keep mixing it up. And I like this sort of cut thing they've done. I like, he's trying to balance in there. I think it's overall really captivating. I think it could be more relatable. I don't think it's that relatable to the everyday person, but it's still obviously maybe got a different aim, which is awareness and just get eyes on the product because it's such a big celebrity. So next, we've got Obvi. Now, immediately I'm drawn to their AI creatives. They use AI really, really well. You want to use AI to do things that you can't otherwise do, obviously. And, shooting something like this would be very difficult. You've got a syringe, you've got these different colors around it. It's obviously very striking visually. And I think they've done that really well. I think a lot of brands get the colors wrong, they get the spacing wrong. I think you're using most of the space here. You've got a lot of the key features in the buy now, pay later, what currencies, what payment platforms you accept, 90-day money back guarantee. And you've got a very striking hook as well, and striking colors. So overall, I think that's a really good example of a static. Here, they've gone in a different direction. They're not really sharing many features. They're more just putting a striking and unrealistic image on the screen of like Jenga blocks with writing on them, sort of explaining how Obvi helps to combat these things. I personally don't think this is that clear, but it's good to have variety. And I like that they've thought outside the box and gone for something less realistic here that they wouldn't have been able to replicate in real life. So it'll be interesting to see how this performs, but I don't know yet if this is a good creative. So straight away, I like the use of ASMR right at the beginning to really capture people's attention. It's stopping the scroll. And I think the most common mistake creators make is neglecting all the senses with their hooks. They might think they've got this killer angle that they're saying verbally, but then it's just a photo of their face, or it's a frame of their face whilst they're talking. Instead, you want to have like a really captivating image whilst you're dropping your hook, and you want to be stimulating senses like audio, and having some interesting sounds and interesting visuals in there as well. And I like when creators put a lot of effort into their set. Again, not just the product. Like, there's no reason for this creator to have food on their plate. Like, obviously it's a product that you consume, but having, a colorful plate, at least, like, stuff going on is really important. And I like when creators have that bit of personality there, because that's obviously, again, standing out. It's not trying to be perfect. It really helps that authenticity, and it helps to stop the scroll.
I don't know their names. I don't want to know their names. They are known as Chanel number 2,
Chanel number 3,
Chanel number 5.
So this is a really good use of a viral trend, viral sound, and this creator is clearly using that to their advantage to, play on the trend and to do better and get more clicks and stop the scroll, because they're sort of hijacking something that already is getting clicks and getting views. So it's obviously going to perform better than the Think Bland. Next, we've got Obvi. Now, I'm going to skip this one because this is more of a sort of promo video, but I like this one over here for Mother's Day. So notice what I said about the hooks having to stimulate all the senses, and everything from tonality to volume control is used really well in this video.
I love this.
Instead of the usual
Mom's gonna love this.
Instead of the usual chocolate and flowers, this Mother's Day, my kids got me a gown from the Obvi, and it's...
So yeah, I love how the kids are whispering at the beginning of the video. It really, again, stimulates that sense. And also, they could have easily just had a kid walking towards their mom. I like they've got 3 kids here. One kid's holding pancakes, one kid's holding a bag. Like, they really put effort into making the whole image striking and captivating attention. And as I said, it's not enough to just have a creator holding up a phone to their face and speaking at the camera anymore. You need to be having a lot going on in your videos. And then here, obviously, good use of AI for statics. I'm sure they've used AI on this one. It's obviously very good. I know Obvi regularly release different collabs and different types of themes, and this would have been a lot quicker than having to do a whole set for Peter Rabbit, for example. So yeah, really good use of AI. Here in the middle, you can see very clearly AI creatives, I'm sure. And yep, they've done it well. Nothing really to comment there. You just got to test that, see how it performs. They're simply announcing a new product range. It's going to be bottom of funnel. There's no mention of benefits or features, so it's obviously not going to attract any new customers. No one's going to buy a product just because they know it's caramel flavored. Like, you've obviously got to sell people on the benefits, and this sort of urgency here means it clearly is bottom of funnel. It's clearly aimed for people who've bought the product, liked it, and now want to try a new flavor. This video, by the way, is really good, so we'll play that now.
Watch how fast I can make this pumpkin spice protein latte. I won't speed it up and I won't edit it.
I mean, you get what's going to happen. She's going to go through the video. I'll play it on mute. She's going to go through the process. She's going to make the coffee. I like that she announces at the beginning that it's going to be like a raw, unedited video, because there is so much out there right now where people try and be perfect and polished with their UGC. And this is just a pattern breaker. Someone's going to go, oh, wow, like, she's not edited this video. Let's see this raw, unedited footage. How long is it going to take? What's she going to be doing? And yeah, I think it's a really good pattern interrupt, basically. It's as simple as that. I like what she does later on, so I will unmute it. Again, it's quite satisfying. She's got lots of sounds in there. If I go back to this bit, actually, there's like
23 grams of protein.
Yeah, so again, more sounds there.
I'm done. Took me, 30 seconds. It saved me so much time, so much money. I used to go through the drive-thru every single day and get a $6 to $7 pumpkin spice latte. This has 23 grams of protein, only 70 calories per scoop, 0 sugar. There's prebiotics in here, and it's so freaking good. Javi, you've changed my life. Thank you. I'll drop the link for Javi's new pumpkin pie.
So yeah, clearly an offer and a CTA at the end. We don't need to watch that, but that is obviously important though. But for the purpose of this video, I want to focus on the way that she doesn't mention the product or the benefits at the beginning. She doesn't actually say she's going to make a Javi coffee. She just says she's going to make a coffee as quickly as she can. So you're hooking your users in with captivating content, but you're not telling them it's an ad. You're not saying, hey, look at this product. Like, no one wants to see that. No one goes on social media to watch ads. Instead, she's captivating people with the actual challenge and the video idea, but they're sticking around, and eventually, if she does it well enough, they're going to see the product and they're going to see the bit where she starts listing the benefits. And you see here, she does it about 45 seconds in. That's where she starts talking about the benefits. Now, by this point, you've got people engaged and they'll listen. And, you know, she's concise, she's clear in about, 10 seconds here. She goes through a bunch of features. That's enough. You know, you've captivated them with good content, and you've told them why they might want the product, and then you've given them an offer at the end. I think that's a perfectly done piece of UGC.
Do not buy Javi coffee concentrate, especially if you're totally fine with drive-through coffee sneaking 300, 500 calories into your morning. They say it helps you control sugar, save money, and make better coffee at home. Fine. What they don't warn you about is how quickly your body responds when you cut out the syrup bombs.
So it's a classic, again, pattern interrupt to do a negative. People are much more drawn to negatives than they are to positives. So saying, hey, don't buy this product because, and then you sort of trick them into watching the video because you've ended up listing benefits and pretending it's a bad thing. It's obviously going to trick people to watch. It's going to increase the video view rate. I can tell it's an AI creator, but only just. I think it's fairly well done. And I won't say that's a bad thing because her tonality is actually really good here. So the tonality is done really well. And you can really sense the energy from the video. Like it's a good selection of creator, even though it's AI. Same with this one as well, by the way. This is a real creator, but the tonality and the sort of excitement in her voice, like she seems really authentic and genuinely excited about the product. She's excited, talking quickly, not too quickly, but genuinely sort of seems like a user of the product. She's in her home. She's just making a coffee. It's very natural and organic. It's not trying to be too polished. So yeah.
Switched from my usual flavored latte to this same about coffee habit, just without the hidden sugar. And
the split screen of having her and the actual visual hooks and the product being used, it's very high pace. It's using a lot of camera angles. So all those things are really positive. It's a very engaging video from start to finish. And they're using every trick in the book. Changing camera angles, like I said, having engaging content, split screening it so that people don't get bored. You know, there's classic TikTok videos that have Subway Surfers playing whilst someone's on a podcast or whatever. These are, you know, that's a very good skill that they've mastered here.
And yeah, I noticed it. The bloating went down. My face looked less puffy.
Again, great use of AI. You're not going to be able to show someone's belly going down and losing weight, and you're not going to be able to show their face getting less puffy. So perfect time to be using AI.
Scale actually started moving, not because I dieted, because I stopped starting my day with liquid dessert. I also thought it would taste weak or watered down. It doesn't. It's smooth, strong, and you control everything. Strength, milk, sweetness, or none at all. No sugar unless you add it, no crash, no mystery ingredients. Anyway, I left the link below if you want to look into it. I'm just not paying for sugar in a cup anymore.
Yeah, it's an incredible use of AI. And I'm pretty sure it is because if you see here, she's got blue eyes there, but black hair, and it might just be the angle and the lighting, but I'm pretty sure that's like a different person there. So yeah, but that's the only mistake there. Otherwise, I think this is like really well done. So if you found that useful, I've worked with 200 brands on their ads and their creatives, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So my agency Loudline, which I'm the co-founder of, helps brands to do exactly that. Exactly what you saw in this video. We can help turn your ad library into a revenue generating machine. And we can make you statics, videos, UGC, AI, listicles, advertorials, everything to do with the ad creative process. If you want to learn more or you want to get a free audit, simply book a call in the link below this video. My team, I think, does the most comprehensive and the best audits in the space. And it's simply a way for us to lead with value and show you what we can do first. So there's a lot of marketers in the space and a lot of people on YouTube, especially, that might talk a good game on their videos, but I know that their agencies do really, really bad. And so I think you really need to try before you buy. And that's why I give our customers a incredibly comprehensive deep dive where they could pretty much take it all and do it themselves. But we know that a percentage will go on to hire us. And that's why we're happy to invest that time and money and give them that upfront. So if you want a incredibly comprehensive free audit with no obligation, you can simply book a call below, speak to our team, and we'd love to do that for you if you're spending over $10,000 a month on your ads, that is. So yeah, hope to speak to you soon and I hope you found the video useful.